Alright, here we go. X-Men review. Went to check out X-Men. Time me too. Time me about 10 minutes. 8:10. Alright. X-Men review. Just seen the movie part 4. The name of it was what was that? The name of the X-Men was something in time or something. Days of the future. Days of the past. Days of futures past. Before I get into this, I would like to say there is a thought form floating around Negroes in America. If you got any G about you, you don't watch these type of movies, or you if you hood, you not into this information. If you gangster, you supposed to be dumb. I would like to say, fuck your stupid ass thinking and all that dumb shit that you think about on a day-to-day basis. Okay? We gonna get down on the 211 robberies, and we gonna be reading. Okay? We gonna smoke weed, and we gonna look at documentaries. Okay? We gonna get pussy, fuck random women, and still be smart. Okay? So I noticed a lot of y'all got in y'all head where you gotta be into the Bible to be smart. Okay? This is free-form thinking. This is freestyle living. I move like I want to. I do what I want to do, and I'm righteous. I eat the right way and smoke weed. I smoke weed and read. All of your stupid ass thinking I don't give a fuck about, I never have. And I'm coming straight at you like that because it's 2014 and you somewhere in the 20s running around like a Negro that can't read and a little bit thuggy. Save that stupid shit. Now let's get to X-Men. Time travel movies I enjoy because I noticed that time travel has a lot to do with decision making, and I respect decision making because our decisions push us to where we are now, good or bad decisions. And I think the average Negro needs to know that, because if we make a collective decision to stop the bullshit, we will be in a different paradigm. Now, the European has looked into this subject matter intensely, and he gives us Tyler Perry while he makes the X-Men and evolves his people in certain subject matters, but we stay in the church. What do we see? The new movie coming out. This nigga with the football movie. There's a new football movie coming out where some nigga gets shot in the middle of the movie. Ain't got nothing to do with the plot. When the game stands tall. Some old stupid ass dumb shit. I hope you're not feeling offended. I call this shit out. I don't give a fuck about how y'all feeling. We are in. Yes, and also I looked at Back to the Future Part 2. They actually went to the year 2015 in that movie. Back to the Future Part 2. They went to the year 2015. They were highly advanced in that movie. Okay? So for the Negro to be running around here scared of quantum physics because he's a Negro and he's not supposed to read, or I don't know, whatever inferiority you on, keep that shit in the house with your cave woman. Don't bring that shit over here. So the time travel aspect has to do with decision making. I didn't get to take notes in the movie theater because I left a lot of things home. I was in a rush and it wasn't really the proper timing that I needed really to get ready for the movie. But yet and still I enjoyed it. Also, you know, the X-Men, these mutants with powers, I translate that to be melanated beings. As the stress compiles, certain ones of us will be mutating or have already. I think we're at the very beginning stages of it. To those of you who know about this, then you know. This is not for me to blast on Facebook or YouTube, but to the others who don't know, you probably will never know. until you start changing your destiny and unlocking certain information within your DNA and yourself. Also, the movie showed DNA. Mystique was a heavy character. The Mystique is the lady who can transform and mutate into anybody else. She can mimic anybody else. As far as down to the damn fingerprint. You know what I'm saying? They can get all the way down. She can get all the way down to the fingerprint. She is dark blue, which is melanin, a sign of melanin. So was Dr. Manhattan on The Watchmen. He was dark blue also. So these heavy concentrated colors, blue, green, and black, are signs of melanin. Understood. Osar was supposed to be green. He was supposed to be a green being. And we know that is one of our descendants. Okay? So we don't know exactly where his bloodline is right now. Maybe you, maybe me, we never know. But at the same time, we don't even know if some of these beings were still around Kemet. You know, maybe the pharaohs were different colors and they haven't depicted that or showed that to us yet. So, you know, also, these super beings, which are the X-Men or the mutants, I noticed that they plot power moves. They didn't bullshit around for hours and shoot the boo-boo with niggas and waste time. Every power move was executed, and then there was a gathering of intelligence, and then the next move was made. But I noticed that Magneto, he would deal with you, but he was such a boss that he would move on his own accord if you moved too slow. So Magneto was a 3-step ahead thinker. Okay, now, you know, Charles Xavier, I think he's in the movie just to play, you know, the little, just to keep the little Martin Luther King in your head. Really, you know, if I find out you got some shit to kill me, if we evolving, we need to go ahead and run that shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Xavier in that movie. And I don't even know if there would be a real Xavier making those decisions. Because just like my man off of The Walking Dead, he's an unfit goddamn leader. And I'm talking about the sheriff. I forget his name, with the son. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The son running around, you know, with the sheriff and the leader of the jail out there. He's an unfit leader. And I'm believing that Charles Xavier is an unfit leader. Magneto is supposed to be the leader. Okay? You don't try to form an alliance with an inferior, because the inferior will always be jealous of you. You running around him faster, doing what you want to do at a faster rate. All they gonna do is have sex with the mutants and have mutant babies. So obviously they know at some point they're gonna be overpowered and eradicated, even if it's through sex. Sounds familiar, huh? But I won't get into all that. But you know what I'm talking about. So I see Magneto as a boss. I see him as the he's the prime player. Him and Mystique. Really, it's just a script in the movie. I know how it would have really went out. Mystique would have got with Magneto, and they would have ran the show. And it wouldn't have been no goddamn Sentinels. Believe that shit. Okay. Time travel, man. The plot was deep, yo. They actually did a twofold time travel, man. He went back in time, and then a psychic dug into his mind and looked into the future. I mean, it was really, it's some mind play. A lot of you brothers really, this shakes up your reality when you see this deep, complex movie and subject matter, because it requires you to use parts of your brain that you really previously haven't used. And when you do that, you hemorrhage mentally. You catch a brain hemorrhage and you usually nosebleed. Sometimes this can occur with blowing the nose, blood will come out. 9 times out of 10, this is because you have thoughts that you've never thought before. And as you blow mucus out, the clotting in your nose, it mixes with it. Sometimes it happens when you talk in the daytime about the subject matter, or you watch the subject matter in the daytime, then when you go to sleep, you dream about it. This shakes up your reality. And it causes nosebleeds. If you can reference the movie Butterfly Effect, they give hints to this information. You have to actually dissect these movies and remember them, because Hollywood is the new Bible. Okay, the ongoing Bible. They teach their people through Hollywood. They don't just spend millions of these movies and they don't pick no airheaded subject out of the blue. They gets down. Okay, and they like getting down hard. Just like they used to say, Jordan used to be unconscious. He used to just be shooting threes and making points, and just every shot, they used to call that unconscious. Well, the European is unconscious with progress. He's on a constant movement, and he don't wait on the Negro to understand shit. He just dropped the movie, and if your ass don't catch up, your ass is gone. So don't wait on no family members or none of that shit to understand new concepts. Also,
Hey, how much money on that?
oh Lord, hey, what are you doing? So, the big part of it is plotting power moves. Plotting power moves, and we gotta do that. We gotta remember, power moves establish, what would we call that? Bossness? Bossology? We gotta remember that, because if we talking all this shit in this music about how we a boss and how we, got work and we finna do this and we finna do that, come on, yo. Move a little quicker than that. Let's run that shit and let's move to the level of boss. Bosses have to think ahead. And we can't be with a female who's on a primitive level, not thinking ahead. You gotta think a little deeper if you really gonna be with a boss. And if you like that music and they talking about all this money and all these power moves, then we gotta think like bosses. And that requires us to evolve. So I won't give up too much of the plot, but just DNA evolving, the robots coming, yada yada, the robots coming, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If they coming, they coming. Hey, what you gonna do about that? But what you gonna do about that? So that's a double meaning when I say that twice like that. So, but the movie was good, man. I really enjoyed it. It's a lot about the movie I won't say because I don't want to spoil it for you, and plus everybody don't know, because this is advanced metaphysics here. You don't understand the level motherfuckers is on the same planet you're on at the same time you own it. You really don't understand certain levels that certain people are on. When you go to sleep a billionaire for 100 years and you have kids and everybody's never worried about money, your mind state is on a different level. Your environment is on a different level. The sun shines on your neighborhood a different way. The concrete ain't as hot. It ain't that goddamn unbearable hot. It ain't aggravating hot. None of that shit. It's just straight smooth chilling all the time. And you might come up with negative ideas because you so goddamn boring. Okay, you gonna get tired of one woman. You ain't gonna be worshiping your woman like that. She ain't gonna be worried about who you fucking like that. And we get glimpses of this. Okay? Now ain't nobody crying about no wife on the X-Men or husband on the X-Men. Very few relationships are established. Okay? There's a bigger purpose. Ain't nobody crying about whose cell phone and what numbers in there. Ain't nobody on that shit. So we got to really look at the social dynamics of a mutant or a Superman, or is Superman worried about Lois Lane's cell phone? Why? Because he knows she ain't gonna find nobody really above him like that. But I'm gonna holler back though. So back to God, I'm out.